Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Welcome back to another very hot topic on He Say, She Say with your girl, Coco J.
And your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis. Definitely lovely to be back in the place to be on a Friday. Happy Friday. I ain't heard that in a long time.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. What's up? Especially happy for all the people who got paid today, I guess. Well, then again, that just means that you got to give it to somebody else. So I guess it don't really matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on with you though? It is Friday, it's almost the weekend, and also don't forget it is Social Media Friday. So if you got Twitter or Instagram, make sure you hit up my beautiful, sexy, gorgeous co-host Miss Coco J at Hey, it's Coco J. That's real easy. I came up with that. And of course, your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, man. Make sure you hit me up, Hood Howard Stern. All right, real simple. And then also you can like our, you can actually like the show page on Facebook. All right, so it's at Facebook.com/He Say, She Say. All right, so it's real simple. If you on social media, you can check us out on every aspect. And it's been 7 days, of course. So, Miss Coco J, what's been going on?
Well, you know what? Pretty much nothing since I've been back from. When did I come back? Tuesday. Well, early Monday morning. Coming back from Colorado, so it's back to the daily routine. Once I came back, back to reality. Enjoyed myself while I was in. Kicking it with my baby Hood Howard Stern in Colorado.
Oh yeah,
so
and definitely enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, so I have fun doing that. I have to be honest, I was missing my kids, so
I understand that.
I was anxious to come back. If I had my kids with me, it wouldn't have been no rush. But you know.
No, I understand. It was good to see you though. I what's the word? I cherished our time together. Yeah, that's the word I cherish.
Same here. So, let's see. Other than that, nothing much. Like I said, since I've been back, just kicking it with my kids, doing the mother thing. And I'm still trying to get over this little cold. I think it's time for me to go to the doctor. I think it's time
I think that's Ebola, man.
I think it's time for antibiotic because I didn't have it too long, and I've been taking some medicine, and it's still just I'm not 100 yet. So I think it's time for me to go to the doctor to get that antibiotic.
Yes, it's about that time, I think. Off up along.
Right.
That might just be a slight case of Ebola, man. So you cool though.
I ain't gonna say Ebola. I'm gonna stick with pneumonia. I ain't gonna say Ebola.
Okay, Ebola is probably worse.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't want that on my hands. So I'm gonna stick with pneumonia. And hopefully not that. Just hopefully I need some kind of antibiotic because of what do they call it? Respiratory infection or something like that.
Oh, respiratory infection. Okay.
Yeah.
It should be.
But it's something more than a cold now. I come to terms with that, so.
All right. Hey, knowing is half the battle, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but other than that, nothing much, chilling. We have some 50, I don't know how, I know we reached to the 50s today, so that's good weather. It's windy as hell, though.
Okay, well, that's good. You know, y'all not keeping up with us, but, you know, y'all, it's okay. Yeah. Cause here it's 67. You know, it's 67 degrees. Right now, I'm just saying, you know. 67.
Right now, you're right. You better enjoy it while you can, from what I hear.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But you know what? I ain't even worried about. I'm living in the moment. You feel me? I'm living in the moment.
That's all you can do. But be ready.
All you can do. Right. I ain't gonna never be ready. I'm never ready for cold weather or snow. I'm never ready for that. I seen real quick though, this ain't got nothing to do with exactly what we're talking about, but we are talking about the weather.
That ain't nothing.
And whatever. And my man Chico, well, that's the nickname we call him, Chico. His name is Enrique. Actually from Southwest Detroit, but he moved down to Arizona, and I seen he posted like I think it was yesterday from Arizona. It's in the 90s already.
Oh yeah, always. It's hot all year round there.
Yeah, he says in the 90s already. So I was like, man, whatever. And that's not even that far from here, though. You know, to be honest with you, it's probably about 12, 13 hours. So But a lot can change in the climate in that little distance. But yeah, he says in the 90s down there, so whatever, man. I don't even care. I'm cool. I'll take my 67. 67 is cool. In February, shit, that's unheard of.
And I'll take the right, and I'll take that. Like I said, like I've been saying since winter started, I am not complaining about this winter at all.
Oh no,
because we have
some
not
brutal
had. Yes, and this winter it's been easy on us. So I would take that any day, and it's still February, so it's still got time to come on us like that. But hopefully, it's not. It will be what it has been. So
right,
we'll see.
I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on that one.
Me too.
Right.
But anyway, what's been up with you?
Nothing much been going on with me. Like you said, of course, last week, definitely enjoyed your company, so it was good to be in the presence of a loved one. And, you know, it was cool, too, though, last week being able to do the show actually together in the same studio.
Right.
So that was cool as opposed to doing it via satellite, but it's all good. You know, so and anyway, I'll be right back to see you in about a week, basically. Yeah, 7 days. Yeah, I'll be touching down in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the D, man. That's my hometown. You know what I'm saying? I love that place, dog. It ain't no place like it, even though it's probably, you know, either a good thing or a bad thing. Like that. Like that, it ain't no place like that. It's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing, actually. But I still love my space. That's where I'm from. So I'm gonna always
give. You can't help but love it, right?
Exactly.
Especially if it's from where you're from. So
exactly. But I have to be honest though. You know, coming from there, of course I love my city. Always have loved my city. But I do understand now though. Like you know, leaving there and then
then coming back.
Seeing Detroit, or not even coming back, but seeing Detroit through the eyes of an outsider. So that's what I'm looking at now. Like, I see Detroit from Colorado, and I'm like, damn. Like,
totally different.
It really is bad.
And that's why, now you can probably understand why certain states look at Detroit and they have their own perspective when it comes to Detroit.
Hey, I can understand.
Yeah, I mean,
I can understand. If you look at the news and things like I say, I still have the Detroit Free Press. The Free Press updates, you know, so the stories come through, and it's like, damn. You know, when I was there, it's like, you know, damn, why people always talking about us like that? But then being here and looking at it from, you know, outside, like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, crime. Things happen everywhere. Crime is everywhere.
Most
but
definitely.
it's just not. It's not so like. It's not like it is here at all.
Right.
So
I'm
it
finding
makes you
that
look
out
differently.
Yeah, I'm finding that out right now. right now.
Right. That's why I'm ready. I'm so ready to get up out of here.
Yeah, I feel you. I definitely feel you.
I'm ready to get up out of here.
All right, enough about the city of Detroit, which anyway, that's my place, and I love that place. Now I'll be back there in about 7 days. But in between time though, since the time you left or since the time we did the radio show, not too much is going on. Yesterday, of course, I did my show, the radio show, and it was kind of almost related, well, not directly related to this topic, but it's similar. So I do want to say that I'm gonna bring some of my comments from yesterday into this topic today because I think it fits in there. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Don't forget, if you're on eblockradio.com or if you're on Blog Talk Radio, you can give us a call, 760-283-4647. All right, what we're talking about later on in a few minutes is we're talking about does bad sex mean he's having sex with someone else? Now, I know when we first came up with this topic, I put it into the frame as far as like basically is the man cheating. So I know we kind of went back and forth on that, but I just feel like this is a woman's mentality. So that's the only reason I framed it that way. We gonna switch it around. We gonna look at it from the other angle as well. But I think this is a woman's theory. So that's why I worded it that way. But we're going to get into that in a minute. So don't forget, if you're on E-Block Radio, you call in 760-283-4647 and then comment on that topic by hitting the number 1 key. So anyway, I know before we got on the air, though, we was talking about something that happened in Farmington Hills. And this is actually something I guess didn't come through on the Free Press on the Free Press update because I hadn't heard nothing about this. So let's go back in that story again about the high-speed OJ police chase.
I'm gonna say the OJ police chase, but
okay.
It was I actually it was on the news. I caught the end of it like a couple of days ago, but I ended up pulling the story up again on Fox 2. It was an African American 27-year-old woman who led the Farmington police on a chase, and they stopped her because she was doing 36 in a 25-mile zone. So they pulled her over somewhere on 8 Mile in Newburgh. But anyway, she had 3 of her kids. She had her kids with her, which was a 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. But to make a long story short, when they pulled her over, 2 of the officers was talking amongst themselves, and that's when she took a run for it and led the police officers on the chase. Now, they say they ended up calling the chase off because there was kids in the car. Okay. But once they turned their sirens off and stuff, they realized that she had a car crash. She crashed her car, and she left the kids behind, and she stole another car.
So she left the kids with her.
She left the kids behind in the car that she was originally in. The car, yeah. And yeah. So
wow.
They say it was a yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading it as I'm talking. So
okay. No problem. Go ahead.
They did end up catching her. She's now facing charges of fleeing police and 2 counts of resisting and assaulting officers, and 4 other charges, including child abuse.
Right. So she left the kids. So this is a 27-year-old woman that knows how to steal cars, though. I think that's what I'm thinking about too. Like she knows how to steal a car.
You know what? My question is, what was she thinking about when she fleeing from the police with 3 of these young kids in a car, and then she just left behind to go steal another car? But it couldn't be more. Should nothing be that more serious than putting your kids in harm's way versus to what you got going on. You scared to go to jail. You in jail, and you end up being in jail anyway. But you'd rather put your kid's life in jeopardy like that because of some shit you got going on.
I really want to know what she did though that made her.
I do too. They didn't mention it in here, but I'm curious. And whatever it is though, it's still no excuse.
It's not gonna be enough. No.
Exactly. But I just want to know what makes you think that was all right for you to do that. Was she high on something, or she was just that scared for her going to jail, other than getting in an accident with her kids?
Maybe she thought they was gonna kill her. She about to use it. She gonna use the Black Lives Matter, movement to back her up.
You know that, and if she do that, they taking it to that's when I say we taking it to the extreme now. Because if you're putting your kids.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. See, now some shit like that happens. Not to take anything from the situation because it is whatever it is. Obviously, she thought it was an issue enough to flee the scene and then steal a car. Just some fun, just like some video game shit. I don't know who the fuck does all that type of shit. But I'm sorry, I forgot what show we was on. But I gotta check my language. So I don't even know who does that type of thing. Now you talking about. Not only did you run from the police, but then you crashed the vehicle, which could have potentially injured your kids. Leave your kids in the crashed vehicle and go steal a car. So when was you was gonna come back and get the kids? Like, hold on a second. She never got to that point, right?
She didn't care at that point. What happened to the kids? All she was worried about was herself, and she was being selfish at that time. That's a selfish-ass person. No, seriously. She was being selfish as hell with that.
She must have been high. I can't think that a mother in her right mind would do something.
High off what? It sure in the hell wasn't marijuana.
Oh, well, who knows? Maybe she got some of that ganja. Remember they used to call it that back in the day?
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, me neither. Family friendly show. So, yeah. So anyway, so they caught her, and obviously I guess they haven't gotten no more reports.
She's facing all of those charges now. And now those kids is not with their mother. They're somewhere else. I don't know if they with a family member or even with the Child Protective Services. I don't know, but that was a stupid move she made. Seriously.
Did they say
whatever it was, even if it was a traffic ticket or a warrant or something, she still wouldn't have probably did that much time. Probably would have had a set bond and everything. But now you got all these charges. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't say nothing about drugs, finding drugs on her, so it couldn't have been that. Because I'm sure they would have mentioned it. So now you did all that, and now you got all these charges facing you. Now you about to do some time that you probably wasn't facing from the beginning. Because you driving with no license.
Maybe she's doing money laundering for the Donald Trump campaign. She didn't want to get caught.
Yes. You know what? We're gonna talk about something else because
maybe she's doing money laundering for the Trump campaign, and she didn't want the Black Lives Matter movement to know that she was a supporter of Donald Trump, and this was illegal money that she had been laundering through the strip club she worked at on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's just she retarded for that one though. Whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't saying you know mine, but she was retarded for that move.
Yeah, I was just adding to the stupidity of it. So that's all I was doing.
That was very stupid on her part.
Yeah,
but anyway,
yeah, I mean, it's gotta be. I can't say that it'll be that it could ever be a good reason, but I still want to know like what the hell was going on.
I'm curious myself. I'm curious too, but yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's definitely something right there. Now, before we jump off into our actual subject, I did want to say one more thing, just about not necessarily about the bad sex in the relationship thing, but it is a relationship kind of topic. But you remember yesterday? Was that yesterday? Yeah, I was telling you I had seen what is it called? Fatal Attraction, right? It's a show on TV One where they talk about basically couples. I think the one I seen yesterday was married. I'm not sure if it always be married couples, but it just be couples where something go wrong and one of the mates end up getting killed. And I was just tripping how I know we've had conversations before, even like last week on our show where we was talking about, you know, what's the number one cause for breakups. And you know, I said it's finance, right? And still watching that show, I really believe that. It's like women out there, probably dudes too, but on this show I only seen the two that I seen was about women and how they killed their husband.
What show
over
is
it? Fatal Attraction. It's a show, on TV One, and they killed their husbands over insurance money. Like, so the thing is that the dude was cheating on her though, you know what I'm saying? But she knew about it, so she had her little affair too, you know. So people was wondering like, well, if you're not gonna leave them and then you just go mess around them and then stay together, what made you kill them? You know what I'm saying? So after all this, the thing was that she owned a daycare that had started losing money. So she figured at this point she was still mad that he had cheated on her, and she needed some money. So she figured this was
Fatal
like
Attraction?
Huh?
This Fatal Attraction you're talking about, right?
This is a TV show on TV One. This is a TV show, not the movie.
Oh, I'm like, because this don't sound like the Fatal Attraction movie.
Oh, no. This is a TV show. And it's called Fatal Attraction just because it's about couples where one of them end up killing the mate. It's called Fatal Attraction. Not the movie. Not the movie.
Okay.
My fault. I meant to clarify that. I'm sorry, not the movie, but this is a show on TV One. And she figured it would be basically knocking out two birds with one stone. Like, she was mad that he was cheating, and she could kill him and get this money and take care of her debt. And it's just, it still just amazes me how you can, even with monetary issues, how you can kill your mate though. I mean, for real though. And she didn't physically do it, of course. The dude, what happened was the dude she was having, it got kind of intricate, right? So the dude she was having an affair with, she actually paid him to do it. But he was like a younger dude, so he just took her money. And he didn't kill the dude, right? So he just took her money. So then she was like, well, she still kept having an affair with him. But then I guess she kept being on his head about it. So he actually knew a dude that would do it. So he hooked her up with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my man would probably kill him for you, basically, right? And he kind of backed away out of the whole situation. So they actually, the dude that he hooked her up with, and one of his buddies went to go kill the dude. And my man, the one she was having an affair with, he actually well, I ain't gonna say got away with it because he didn't do anything. Like, he really took himself out of the situation. And then those three got indicted for killing my man. But it was crazy though. It's like, what would make a woman want to kill her husband or mate? I mean, would you ever kill your mate over something? Have you ever felt that rage?
No.
Right. And you know
No.
what? Maybe I can't say because I've never been presented with a situation where I felt like it was that deep. And I think I've been in some pretty, you know, some pretty detrimental situations, but nothing that ever made me want to like kill a woman.
I have never got to that point to where I want to kill him or have somebody kill him. Now I may want to burn your clothes. I may have wanted to burn your clothes up or something.
Right. Maybe burn you a little bit.
Right, but I have never got to that. No, and then no. That's You gotta. I don't know what state of mind you will have to be in to get to that point. Like
it comes down to greed, man. It comes down to
people don't know how to handle their emotions and their anger, and that's where you just go beyond. You reach.
Well, in her situation, it was a little bit different though. Like she had basically accepted the fact that he was cheating on her.
So why the hell did she try to kill him?
She killed him for the money because she was broke. You know what I'm saying? She dealt with him cheating on her for 10 years.
Oh hell no!
Right. So she killed him specifically for the money to fix her debt problem.
Right, because she no longer gave a shit about him because he was cheating on her ass anyway. So why not kill the money, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the way she looked at it.
Yeah, obviously that's it. Like that was her attitude. Like fuck it, I'm just gonna kill him.
The crazy thing about it though is that I want to say, let me see, I might be getting this mixed up, but I want to say she had a daughter, and then they had a daughter together. How do you get in your head, no matter how much debt you have, how much money you owe, how much money is available if you kill this person, that this is about to be your daughter's father though? Like, so you go be selfish enough. If you don't give a damn about him, that's one thing. But this is her father, and we living together. Like, it's not like she don't know her daddy. He raising her. Like, you selfish enough to take that man away from his daughter so you can pay your little $100,000 debt,
There's
whatever.
some selfish people in this world. You will be surprised. They will
Man.
go to and it's surprising. It's messed up how far they will go because they emotional and they just selfish. So it's sad, but it's true.
But you know what? As much as I blame her, we gonna move on into our topic. As much as I blame her though, the dude that got involved is just as dumb though. Like, hell no, I'm not killing your husband. Are you crazy? unless this is what I do for a living. Like if I'm a professional hitman. Right? Oh no, the young dude took the money, but he just took the money earlier on, like a couple of years before, and he just never did nothing. So then she kept being on his head. So he's like, you know what? I know somebody, but you have to holler at the nigga yourself. And then he dipped out of the situation. So the new dude though, Like, unless this is what I do, unless I kill people, which sounds ironic, but unless I kill people for a living, that's probably crazy to say that in one word, in one sentence. But unless I kill people for a living, like, you're not about to call me and I'm about to just kill your husband because
he probably do kill people for a living.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Now the dude that he went to go with him, he was like a career criminal. So I could see. But the one dude was the one I told you was the cell phone technician. Like, he was like a regular dude. He just probably wanted some money, I guess.
Oh.
Anyway, but that's just how crazy money is, even when it comes to a relationship. So I guess I never have to worry about that because my life insurance policy ain't even that much. So if you kill me, shit, you probably won't have enough to take care of the debt that you have anyway, so won't even be worth it.
You silly.
Anyway, man, we're going to jump off into our actual topic. So don't forget, man, if you're on eblockradio.com or on Blog Talk Radio, you got to hit us up, 760-283-4647, and hit that number 1 key. We're talking about bad sex, man. Does bad sex mean that he's having sex with someone else? All right, so don't forget, 760-283-4647, and hit that number 1 key. But Ms. Coco J, of course, we always ladies first. So what you say? Does bad sex mean he's having sex with someone else?
If it was bad from the beginning, then it's just bad. It really involves nobody. Now, if you're into this relationship and the sex is off the hook, then all of a sudden it ain't right no more. It ain't, then you might questions may arise in a woman's head. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what the hell is the problem? I'm as a woman, I'm sure the questions will be going all through a woman's head. Like, what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? So, it can mean that guy is cheating, and it may be a medical condition. Especially if you're an older dude, you're dating an older dude. He might be having some issues now. You know what I'm saying? Right. And of course, as a woman, I'm going with you to the doctor to see what's going on.
You lying. There ain't nothing wrong with your dick.
But if it's bad from the beginning, then it's just bad from the beginning, period. It may not be no connection there, may not be no chemistry there, because I believe with sex, you have to have that chemistry as well. With all the rest of the relationship things that's going on. You got to have that chemistry. And I'm not going to say that sex is the most important thing in a relationship, but it is important in a relationship. And if your man is giving it to you right all this time, then all of a sudden he's falling off with it, yeah, you're going to begin to wonder. Of course you are. And if you're confronting your man about it, telling him about it, like, baby, what's wrong? And, if he come and then if he say, I don't know what's wrong. If she asks, are you cheating on me, having sex with somebody else, you don't like me no more, I don't turn you on anymore, blah, 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 blah. And if you say no to all of that, and hopefully that woman believes you when you say no,
right,
and you say, right, hopefully, and then, your man say, I don't know what's wrong, baby, I think something wrong with my stuff, my thing.
My thing.
So, of course, your woman would expect you to go to the doctor and see what's going on, because it can't happen for long. You know what I'm saying? Bad sex can't happen for long, especially if it's something that just started. And you are thinking.
That's the problem. So first of all, let me say this: how can you say that bad sex can't happen for long? Don't you know that sex is physical?
Sex is physical. Sex is emotional. Sex is good sex anyway. Let me rephrase that. Good sex is when you into that person, period, and it makes it good. You know what I'm saying? Just you got that connection going on, because this is who you want. This is who you want to do it with, who you want to make love to. All that. So all those feelings are put into it. You know what I'm saying?
So we gonna be adults here. We're going to be adults here. We're gonna have a grown-up conversation. All right? We're going to have a grown-up conversation.
This is what it is, a grown-up conversation.
So that's what I'm saying. We're going to have a grown-up conversation. So just to backtrack on what you just said, So you mean to tell me that you've never had sex with a person you didn't like?
I cannot say that I never have. No.
So you can't tell the difference.
I am talking about.
So you can't tell the difference.
You know what? I'm gonna be flat out with you, and like I said, we are grown. It's a difference between fucking, and it's a difference between making love. So I cannot. In my younger days.
That's just a whole other conversation because you can still get fucked by the one you love.
But you will still be into it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is who you're with. So
sex you had before that you didn't love the person, you wasn't into it. Come on, dog. You know what? Let's just be honest with you. It's a woman's thing, all right? Because women don't have to do nothing. You don't have to really do nothing. Your vagina ain't got to get hard.
Oh, see, now you sound.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Your vagina
into it.
It's a married man right now having sex with a wife for 30 years that ain't been into it since they was 25.
Well, they got some issues then.
Because they got no issue. That's because women. Go ahead.
Nah, you should still, no matter how long you've been with. If the relationship is good, the sex is awesome.
Not always. Because there's a physical aspect to it. So no matter how you feeling, physically something may not happen. Like dudes come quick.
Okay.
Women don't have that problem. Women don't have that problem.
If you're tired as hell, women do have a problem. Women can get tired and not want to have sex because they do it every day, twice a day or something like that. I said men come fast. Women don't have that problem because they can just come and then that's it. You can just keep doing it. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Dudes don't function that way.
Hold on. And some women.
Huh? I lost you. Coco J? Coco J, I think I lost you. I think you got a little too excited. I can't hear you no more. Dang, it sounded like we lost Coco J, man. She was I think she was a little too excited about what she was saying. So real quick, while I get her back on the line, though, I'm just saying that that shouldn't automatically be the go-to. Like if you having good sex in your relationship and something happens and then you start, the sex starts declining, you can't automatically say, yeah, I think we lost you. I think you got too excited or something.
Yeah, I'm just talking. I'm like, hold on, what happened? I don't even know where I left off from. What last part they heard me or you heard me from?
Because I said that like dudes can come fast, women don't have that problem.
And
like
said.
Nobody's gonna be upset if a woman comes fast.
But listen, and I
like
said,
a dude comes fast and the whole world ends. Oh, you must not be interested. Oh, something wrong with you. Oh, you want to be having sex with somebody else. This is the plight of the man.
Yeah, but especially it's not so much of a man coming. Coming. I'm just gonna leave it at that. What I'm talking about more so having an erection, because a woman's gonna automatically think like, what's wrong? Is it me? Is it somebody else?
And
that's on your mind.
That's an actual physical thing, right? It's called erectile dysfunction, right? This is an actual physical thing. So, and that's why I say that it don't matter. It don't matter what it is when it comes to a man. The expectations. Once the expectations aren't met, the go-to problem is you must want to be with somebody else. Are women that insecure? Like, is that just how women think?
Okay, you know what? I can't speak for all women, but I'm not going to go there and say it's not about. I cannot say that it's about insecurity, because we're okay. It's normal for us to think that something ain't right. We might even boil it down to that something. It's us. You're not. It's something that we're doing that you're not.
I think both people in that conversation realize that something's not right.
It's nothing to do. But
Nobel Prize for that.
But let me tell you, it will. I don't think it has nothing to do with insecurities at all with the woman. If a woman goes to that point to where she think her man might be having sex, because she may even think it's her she may feel that you're not attracted to her. That's why you can't get an erection. That's why you can't stay erected.
So why would the man not be attracted to you?
I don't know.
Because he attracted to somebody else. Right?
Might be. It may be. It may be.
But it don't have nothing to do with a third party. That's the problem with most women.
For some it does not, and for most it is.
Most, really.
I'm just saying, no. I'm not even going to say for most, but for some it's not that, and for some it is that. So you will never know. You never know until you sit down and have this conversation like two adults and figure that shit out. What
do you have a conversation, or do you just hurl accusations?
You know what? I don't know what may come first. I don't know. I don't know. It all depends. But I would definitely at the end, we definitely gonna have to have this conversation to see what's going on. What do you mean why?
I didn't say nothing about why. Calm down. Calm down. I didn't say nothing about why.
I thought you said why.
What I was getting ready to say, is that this is the problem, though. And this is why I say that it is. I know you probably won't agree, and probably most women won't agree with this, but it has to be some element of insecurity to make that be the number one answer that you go to. So this just happens when this is what happens when you don't know what's wrong, right? So when you don't know what's wrong, then you have to create your own answers, because I guess the human brain is just made to the point where it always wants to know something. I think that's how we grow as adults. That's how we become children to adults. We always want to know. So if you asking a question and nobody knows, then you present the first answer that comes to you. And the first answer that comes to most women is that you must be either having sex with someone else or want to have sex with someone else. And you cannot tell me that does not come with some level of insecurity. You can't tell me that.
I don't think that has anything to do with insecurity, because y'all how it was before. The sex, it was good. Doing a damn thing. Y'all ain't never had no issues before. Now all of a sudden, within the past 2-3 weeks, this shouldn't be going on. What's really going on? You know what I'm saying? So of course, it don't have anything to do with insecurities at all. It just have you questioning. I don't think so. I don't think it has anything to do with that woman being insecure.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. I really disagree with that.
What do you think make women, when they have not just sexual issues but relationship issues, period? What do you think make women believe that it's because of some kind of outside influence?
Now, if her man is showing certain signs that it's if it's a third party involved, then yeah. And
but most women make their judgment call without any signs.
Okay, and it all depends on what her man is showing her. If your man is doing some shit, you know how they say when you stepping outside the square and you never did it before, of course they may think that something is going on outside. It may be a third party involved, or it may be a woman involved. You know what I'm saying? Oh, when all of a sudden you start going out to the bar every night with your boys. Really, since when you start doing that? You know what I'm saying? You start coming in late as hell. 2 or 3 o'clock, you ain't never did the shit. Now all of a sudden you doing it. What makes a woman not think that? And that still don't have anything to do with a woman being insecure.
Yes, it does.
That don't have. No, it does not.
Because even a woman who hasn't been presented with those signs will still go to that as their number one answer.
That don't make her insecure.
So where did it come from? If she hasn't seen any signs, then how did she come to that conclusion? If it doesn't have anything to do with insecurity.
And it may not even be her conclusion. It can be just something, maybe that could be going on.
So, like, when you at a job, right? You working your job, and let's say you get demoted, right? So you get demoted.
Okay.
But nobody else got hired, and nobody moved into the position you got demoted from. Can you still say, "Oh, they must think somebody better than me, that's why they demoted me," if it never happened? No, you can't, because that don't make logical sense. So this is the same thing. If you having bad sex, but there has not been any signs of anything else, how do you come to that conclusion unless it's urged by insecurity?
It's not so much a conclusion. It's just something that's a possibility.
How do you even come up with that possibility, though? Like I said, using the job thing.
That could be one of the reasons. And that's and once again, it don't necessarily have to do with a woman being insecure. That's just the shit that can happen, for real. That could be happening. It don't have nothing to do with that woman.
So let me ask you this then. What happened when the woman's contributing to the bad sex? Is it because she having sex with somebody else?
I don't know. You'll have to ask her and find out.
What you think though? Cause I mean, you a woman. You've turned down sex before. I mean, I know personally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. So tell me what's your reason? Is it because you're thinking about somebody else?
No. I mean, it could be tired.
Because you're not attracted. Oh, now those things come up. Now you can think of the alternatives. Right, I know, because that's how women work. Now the alternatives make sense. Oh, I'm stressed out with the kids. I'm tired. But those all come up before.
I have never taken that from the guys.
I'm saying that all of those come up in your head before any idea that you want to have sex with somebody else, because that's a woman's double standard.
You know what? I guess it's not. I'm not gonna say it's a woman's double standard. I guess in my head, a man should be ready for their mate.
So a woman don't have to be though.
No, she has to be ready, most definitely.
So
but it takes the man. It has to take the man as well to get the lady ready. Yeah.
Why ain't the other way? Why ain't the other way around?
It be all both ways. It goes both ways.
So what point are you making there?
Foreplay. But I'm just saying, you're asking, and I never took those, reasons away from a man as far as because the man may be tired or, working all day or something like that.
But it's not that's not the first assumption that you go through.
We're talking about an ongoing situation. That's what I'm referring to. An ongoing situation with your man or with your woman.
What's ongoing?
It's steady going. It's steady happening.
Like what's ongoing though?
He's not a month maybe.
A month.
3 weeks maybe. 2 weeks to a month. That's too. No, what's really going on for you to just keep for that to keep happening?
His dick broke.
So that means it's time for you to go to the doctor, and I'm going with you. We're gonna take care of this. We're gonna get this taken care of. Now, if you just
then you gonna go to the doctor, and they gonna tell you nothing wrong. Then what?
Well, we got some issues then. Maybe you need
to. I'm just thinking though, why this theory doesn't work for me is because if. I mean, I'm just saying, because I don't know. I'm just saying, though, but I figure if supposedly this issue is that he having sex with somebody else, if his dick ain't getting hard for you, it probably ain't getting hard for nobody else. Like, I really don't see how that works.
That could be the case, too.
Right, exactly.
But let me ask you this.
So how could you think he having sex with somebody else when he can't even have sex?
Well, let me ask you this. Now, for an erection to happen for a dude, what does it take? Because does it take for some? You know what? I'm not even asking this question. I'm going to make a comment on it before I ask you a question. For some men, it only takes him knowing that he about to get some for him to get an erection.
From anybody.
Okay.
Not even just a woman, but from anybody.
I'm talking about from a man standpoint.
Right, but I'm saying
when he know he about to get
when he know he about to have some sex. From anybody, not just his woman.
Just anybody. He gonna get an erection and run right around. So
if he don't get an erection with you, then he probably not getting an erection with nobody.
Can I finish? No, can I finish?
Go ahead.
Right. We're talking about, we're not talking about just from any woman. We're talking about from your woman. from this relationship you've been in for 2-3 years, a year. So it's like when you feeling on your woman or your woman touch you in any kind of way, it gets you erected. At least it should, unless you just got something going on medically that's preventing you from getting erected. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, that's understandable. But if it's not medically attached, if your erection is not happening because of medical condition, then something else is going on. What's wrong? And that's when women will try to figure that shit out, because I'm your woman.
Wait. So how do hold on, wait, you just said if it ain't nothing medical, then it's got to be something going on, right?
Something ain't right. What is
wait. So how do you know it's not something medical off risk?
I'm just saying, you don't know until you go get that shit checked out. I'm just saying.
So before you get that shit checked out, how can you make the assumption that he had sex with somebody else? How can you even make that accusation?
I'm just saying, all those. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is all that shit is going to come through our head. I'm just saying, automatically.
So does that same thing go through our head when you tired 3 days in a row?
I don't know. If you know what my day been like, then you might understand.
But that should be the first thing I think about, though. Not that you smashed somebody else or you want to fuck the food.
And it might be. You might come up. You may come up with that assumption. And if you come up with that assumption, I'm going to expect you to bring it to my attention so I can shut that shit down right quick to let you know, nah, baby, it's not like that. Because I would
how do you shut it down?
Do the same thing to you.
How do you shut it down?
To let that person know, no, that's not what it is. But if it can,
but we still ain't doing it though.
But you're right. But if it's a continue, you said 3 days. I'm talking about if it lasts for more than 2 weeks to a month. It's definitely something that we need to talk about, have a deep conversation about, because this ain't working for me no more.
So let me ask you this then, because it's almost time to get up out of here, man. But let me ask you this: if let's say it does happen, what you say? Like what? How long you say?
2 weeks to a month. It can't happen. 2 weeks to a month.
So let's say it does happen, and let's say you think something is wrong. So you go to the doctor, they find out nothing wrong. But you still haven't got no signs that he's cheating on you. What do you do?
You know what? I don't know. I don't know.
But you can't fuck with him.
We will both have to evaluate their relationship. Like, what's wrong? No, listen. When I say evaluate the relationship, I mean evaluate what's going on with us as a whole. Like, you know, what is? Am I doing it for you? Are you doing it for me? Or because it's something to where if it's not a medical condition, then I must not be turning you on anymore, or you must not be turning me on anymore. It got to be something that's getting in the way, even if it's something outside of sex that's going on in our relationship, and that could prevent from from not having good sex. Something that
financial stress,
all that. Dealing
with
kids.
Kids.
I mean, just all that. That plays a role in it as well. But that is something that we have to get nipped. It has to be nipped in the bud, because that can't go on too long in a relationship or in a marriage, because sex plays a big part in a relationship, and when that goes bad, then something ain't right. Like,
so what you gonna do when you get old? Because sex is gonna go bad. So what you gonna do then?
I mean, when you get old, probably ain't neither one of y'all thinking about sex, really.
Well, women probably be thinking about sex the whole time, probably, because they can do it forever.
And you know what? And that's when they be like, baby, you ever heard of Viagra?
Hey, but the crazy thing is that a lot of the percentage of people that take Viagra is actually younger males.
And you know what? That's messed up.
You know why though? Because of the pressures of having sex. See, like, I know.
No, it don't have, with these young dudes taking this Viagra shit, it don't have nothing to do with pressure. It's about them proving no, let me tell you, baby. They trying to prove a point to these little people they be doing, these little women they be doing. They trying to prove a point. But, you know, it's pressure they don't have to be under at all.
Hey, well, they didn't put the pressure on themselves. Guess who put the pressure on them?
But let me tell you,
women.
These young cats.
Women put the pressure on everything.
These young cats thinking that they can do this woman, that woman, and this woman, so they want to take a fucking Viagra. So they got that whole thing all messed up, taking this Viagra shit, because when you get older, that shit gonna make your shit limp. I'm just saying. If you take enough of it, so they just messing themselves up. They starting out early on this Viagra stuff, but in the long haul, they messing themselves up. And I'm just saying. So they just all messed up, and they just doing it just to prove a point that they can do this and do that to the different women. They just got the whole mentality of that is just all messed up with these young cats. So I think it would take an older dude to tell these younger cats about Viagra, about
it should take an older woman to tell these younger women not to set their expectations so high.
You know what?
Younger girls think that they supposed to be having sex 8 days a week, and it's only 7 days in a week.
8 days a week.
8 days a week for 2.5 hours at a time. Like this is what young women probably thinking, and this is why young dudes is taking Viagra. Because they think they're supposed to be smashing a woman from 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. and shit 3 times a day. So they under this pressure. They under this pressure. You know what I'm saying?
They under the pressure that they don't even have to be up under. They at the point to where they trying to prove some shit. That's all. It's a difference between trying to prove. No, it's a difference between trying to prove something and under pressure. Now, if you under pressure trying to satisfy your wife only, then yes, or your girl only, yes. But if you're okay, whatever.
It's still pressure.
Whatever. Unnecessary pressure.
Exactly. Unnecessary pressure from women. You were exactly right. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing.
Whatever. I am not agreeing. So.
We only got a couple minutes left, man, so we go ahead and wrap it up. So I'm gonna ask you again just to end off the show. You know what I'm saying? Bad sex, does it mean he cheating on you or no?
Like I said, if you had bad sex from the beginning, then that don't necessarily mean that your spouse is cheating on you. That just means that. But if it's bad sex all of a sudden in your 2-year relationship, and it's a continuation, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. So you definitely need to have a conversation with your partner to see what's going on, to see if it can be something that can be worked on, or if it's not a medical condition, then you need to look more into what's really going on. So, yeah.
All right. Well, definitely, I can understand that, the concern if you've been having good sex forever and then all of a sudden you start having bad sex. I do think that there are some things that could be going on. And the only thing that I always say, just like we talked about yesterday, about the most pressure being on the man in a relationship, which is odd because you actually agreed with me on that yesterday. So this is the same thing. Most pressure is on the man, for no matter what aspect of the relationship it is. So even sexually, the most pressure is on the man. So when he doesn't perform, then it's always the question of whether he's sleeping with somebody else or not. It's never nothing else first. It's like, oh, well, this is what's wrong. Okay, I was wrong about thinking you was smashing the next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's always an afterthought. But that's just the life of a man. That's we chose it when we came out the womb with a nutsack. We didn't choose it, but it was chosen for us.
Okay.
On that note, man, we're going to get up out of here, man. I want to thank everybody who checked us out on eblockradio.com, everybody on Blog Talk Radio, everyone who called in who was scared to hit the number 1 key. It's okay. You get a chance in 2 weeks because next week we're going to be on hiatus while I'm visiting Detroit. So you can catch a replay of an older show, all right, next week. But the week after that, don't forget to check us out again, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. He say, she say. www.eblockradio.com. But we up out of here, man. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis.
This your girl, Coco J. Have a safe and blessed weekend.
And don't run for the cops with your 3 kids and then steal a car like you on Grand Theft Auto. Peace out, y'all. We're out here.